Hello, hello, hello. Hey, mamas. Happy Friday live. Yay. I am not in the car. I decided against it today. And my printer, can you tell, is having some issues. But welcome. We are here and it's Maycember, and you can tell because life is just all crazy and hectic. And that's what we're talking about this month. We are talking about how to survive Maycember. What is Maycember? Maycember, it's kind of like December because it's so insanely crazy busy, but we have better weather and no Christmas tree and no presents. It's not as fun as December. Anywho, hi Amanda. I am Farah. I am the creator of the Babe Cave. What is the Babe Cave? Babe Cave is the place where we can help you learn how to build your babe back through weight loss, through tips and tricks on how to make weight loss doable for moms, and also just connecting with other moms about mom stuff, about having crazy schedules, about just women's stuff. It's just all about you and helping you feel like a babe again. And I am very, like I said earlier, I am a holistic nutrition for weight loss coach, and I started this group forever ago, maybe 6-8 years ago. I don't know how long ago, but this is the place where you can come and talk about how to survive Maycember. That is what we're talking about this month. So what are we talking about tonight? We're talking about sugar cravings during this time of year and how to combat them. Sugar cravings get really hard during this time of year, and that's why December is better too, because there's cookies. There's cookies, there's Christmas cookies, and there's no Christmas cookies in Maycember. We need to change that. Because those nightly sugar cravings during Maycember come for, because, have you ever been like craving sweets at night, especially before you go to bed, eating your kids' snacks? Do you feel like you're kind of more snacky lately, or just really exhausted by 8 o'clock? You're like, the kids can stay up, I just need to go to bed, right? Surviving on caffeine all day. Is Starbucks your bestie? You don't have bestie anymore. Starbucks is your bestie. This is what kind of plays into all of that during this time of year, especially. I know moms kind of feel like this all the time, and it's pretty much, it just gets worse during this time of year. And it's not because you lack willpower, and it's not because you lack motivation. It's just this time of year is just so crazy wild with school events. Last week was insane. We had a band concert, and then the next day we had band banquet. We also had soccer practice, soccer game, and open house, all in the same week. This week's a little bit better, but still, it's just insanely crazy during this time of year. And, we end up, eating, standing up at the sink, or grabbing random snacks just because we need to put something into our body because, hey, eventually we listen to it and it says, hey, I'm hungry, or maybe even hangry, right? And we forget to eat all day. And then suddenly at nighttime, we just find ourselves at the refrigerator or in the pantry, just standing here and thinking, first of all, how did I get here? And then we want to eat all the sugar, the chocolate, and everything in the pantry, the salty foods, all those things, because what they are is they're fast fuel, and your brain knows it. It doesn't tell you that, but your body knows it too, and it's sneaky because those foods are the ones that make us gain weight really fast. But the body and the brain know that if I get this, I am going to get it fast. Hey, Kathy, I'm going to get a fast, quick hit of dopamine and also a little bit of energy too. But none of that is going to last you very long in the long term, unfortunately. But that's what we tend to do because it's just easy and it's fast, right? The granola bars, the quick yogurt, the bag of chips, the fish snacks that are stuck between the seats. I've never done that. Have you done that? But then you would think to yourself at the end of the day, like, what is wrong with me lately? Why is this so bad? Why is this such an issue right now? We don't realize that not eating actual meals is the cause of all these issues. And so we think that there's just something wrong with this instead of, us actually not eating actual food. But cravings are not random at all. And it's interesting we're talking about this today because in the Babe Builder, I am teaching this module this week. But cravings are not random at all. they're actually your body trying to give you some information besides that you're hungry. It's telling you that you've kind of been neglecting it all day, right? Your body is trying to tell you. It's usually telling you that you've waited too long to eat. It's trying to tell you your blood sugar is crashing out and you need some sugar right now. And it doesn't care what form. Just give me food right now, right? It's telling you that you're exhausted. Maybe you need to rest. I know it's hard. We have to be in go, go, go. But really? Do we really? We're exhausted. Our body needs fuel now. And so instead of recognizing that, most moms blame themselves because we like to make ourselves feel guilty. Why do we like to do that? I don't understand. We like to feel guilty for some reason. I just don't get it. Anywho, so our body starts. So why does Maycember make it worse? Because we're already like that already. And to throw on top of that all of this other extra stressful stuff, I don't know who made Mother's Day and Parent-Teacher Appreciation Week at the same time. They were not. I think it was a man. Anywho, during the stressful stage, your body is already overwhelmed. And when you combine stress and exhaustion and skipping meals and eating randomly on top of all of that, because you're so busy, your body starts screaming for quick energy. And that's why nighttime cravings feel so intense this time of year. Not because you're weak, but because your body is in survival mode. And this is where moms go wrong. We think I just need more discipline. I need more motivation. If I could just, will myself into this, then maybe I could do it. So we try to ignore the cravings. We eat less during the next day to try to catch up. We start over every week, right? Every week and promise to be better. But that just keeps the cycle going over and over again. We're just stuck in this cycle. And that's why we have to pay attention to what these cravings are telling us. And that's what actually helped me, was realizing I didn't need to eat less or work out more. I just needed a mommy-friendly plan that worked during stressful seasons too. For me, that is when I started to learn the focus really on when to eat. Our body craves that rhythm. And because your body gets consistent fuel, cravings will get quieter and energy gets steadier and food stops feeling so emotional and out of control. So if you want one thing to focus on this week, stop waiting to eat until you're starving. Okay, so if that's the only thing that you work on, eat when you're hungry, not famished, not starving. Make that a priority. Make that time, that moment for you to fill your body, even way before you get to that point. Because once you get to that point, it's like, there's almost nothing you can do. You gotta you just want to eat everything, right? So even during Maycember, okay, that one shift alone can help calm a lot of nighttime cravings. So if you're sitting down and eating an actual meal with protein, with fiber, and some healthy fats, you're not going to have those cravings later on in the day. If you do have those cravings later on in the day, then that's another Facebook Live that we need to talk about, because we also get into these patterns, not only with our with physical fuel, but with mental. We're creatures of habit. We like to have the same thing all the time. And so we have to break that habit in a different way though. So because this is Maycember, we're talking about, at the end of the month, I'm actually going to share my 7 habits for getting out of stress mode as a busy mom. So if you're interested in that, it's a PDF. It's about at least 10 pages long. Anywho, it's awesome. I'm so excited. If you're interested in the 7 habits for getting out of stress mode as busy mom, put busy mom down in the comments, and I'll keep a list and we'll send it all out at the end of the month. But because most moms aren't failing, I promise you, you're not failing. They're just overwhelmed, and your body responds differently when it finally feels supported. I promise it will. It's those nighttime cravings. If they have been hitting you so hard, comment sugar down below, because we all are gonna probably need to be commenting sugar, because it's just that time of year and we all think that sugar is going to be the way that's going to solve the problems, but it's not. And I promise, focus on eating before you're famished and before you're starving, and that will make such a huge difference. I'd love to know how you do after a week and see how you feel, and down in the comments too. Or just message me and say, hey, Farah, it worked. nobody ever comments or says anything. I don't know. I know what works for me. Then that's why I share it all with you. I love you, Mama. Have a good day. Bye.